Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Welcome to another weekly transmission, helping you to build and grow a transformational business. Business, yes, we're in business. Who loves their business? I love my business. I don't love minding my own business, but I love my business. And I don't mind my own business. I have been studying what the greats were doing, whoever is great out there, whoever I think is great, I study what they do. And I have invested over $80,000 in learning how to sell in integrity, in heart-centered ways. I really have, because I just knew that I wanted to do it differently. When you let yourself be known, then you would let yourself be seen. And this is a little bit of a sneaky little hack to the universe on how you can sell. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to unpack what the marketing gurus are not telling you about selling, because there is a better way than what you think selling is. There is a better way than what you've heard selling is. Today's topic is around your offer and why it isn't selling, and how you can create 5-figure months that feel good, that have you having more time. You want to take back your time. You want to take back your freedom. You don't want to be chained to your desk 24/7. You want to quit that 9 to 5. You really want to make your business dreams come true and make your life dreams come true. We're doing this, a lot of us are doing this for the lifestyle, right? I did not want to work a 9 to 5. I didn't want to have someone bossing me around. I didn't want to have my creativity diminished and squished. I wanted to work for myself so that I could make money being totally myself. So having a personal brand is amazing, and you are just in the right place because you are more than a personal brand. You are a gifted person that makes transformations and transformational dreams come true for people. Being around you, being in your vortex, like having people hear your thoughts and you being a thought leader has already transformed so many people's lives. And I want to help you do more of that. I want to help you sell out your offer, because I know that what you have to offer, your gifts packaged up into a high value offer, is going to have a ripple effect of change on the world. Today is going to be super important for you to take out your notebook, for you to tune in, for you to really be present with this. Because if you are a transformational facilitator, a guide, a mentor, or a coach, and you want to help more people, I'm going to help you to do that today. So whether your offer is kind of selling, or it hasn't sold yet, or you're still in the process of creating a high value offer that you love to deliver, this lesson will be super helpful for you, no matter what phase you're in. And it will be helpful in getting your offer into the hands of the people you are put on this earth to help. Because this is your soul's calling. Give me a soulful comment in the comments if this is more than something that you're trying out, that you know that you were born for something more, that you know you were born to help people, that you know that you were born to share your voice. There is a spider, lovely spider, saying hello to me. Share your voice in a beautiful way. I'm actually a spider in the Mayan cosmology. I learned that from one of my clients who I helped to package up her offer and present it in a way that has been selling beautifully to clients that message her and say, I would love to work with you. When do we start? I've been reading your writing. I know that you're my guide. How can I pay you? And I also joined her program and I learned that I'm a spider. So if this is your soul's calling and you'd like to help more people, then we're going to talk about sales. We're going to talk about sales in a way that you're going to love, that I just know you're going to love. Now, the marketing gurus, the people out there that are, they're marketers, they're salespeople. Now, you may have heard from them, like, just make content, just show up and people will buy. And so it's really discouraging when you do that, when you show up consistently, when you show your personality and people just aren't buying. And you're like, well, I'm cool. I know I'm cool. Like, if people would just get into my offer, if people would just get into my world, I know I could help them. So why isn't this working? Why isn't my content working? Why isn't my offer selling to 5-figure months? I'm going to share with you today how it really works, what those gurus on the internet are not sharing. So you might have heard just niche down, just specialize. And while I totally agree with having a specialization, in my world, it gets to be even simpler than that. So if you've had a lot of niche drama on, like, what do I want to be known for? Am I known as a yoga teacher? Like, what's my title? What's my Instagram bio? What's my I help statement? It actually gets to be simpler than that when you focus on what I'm going to share today. So what the marketing gurus aren't telling you is that selling is actually a direct reflection of how you think and feel about sales and who you are being in the sales process. In your particular sales journey that you take your people on, from them being a stranger on the internet, meeting you in your content that first time, and then bringing them lovingly throughout an intentionally designed process where it ends in a transaction, in a transformational transaction, because the true transformation starts from that sale. So yes, they're going to be transformed from your content. Yes, your people are going to be transformed from even your discovery calls. And this is what I teach my private clients, how to have a discovery call that whether your people buy or not, that they are raving about you, that they are transformed. And it most likely leads to a sale when you really implement the process and the principles that I teach in my Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And we can get going right now in understanding that sales starts from how you think about sales and how you are being in your transformational sales process, in your journey that you intentionally create for your people. So give me a 1 in the comments if you love what you get to do with your people, with your clients. You want to change the world, but you did not sign up for this human experience to be a salesperson, like a stereotypical salesperson. Let me know by giving me a 1 in the comments if you're like, get a little contracted around positioning yourself or putting yourself out there as a salesperson. Because I still think of a used car salesman. Like we just think of that. Like we just hear that message in the world and it's like, you don't want to sound like a used car salesman. Like I know that you don't want to be cheesy about your offer, about what you do in this life. You don't want to come across as cheesy, right? You don't want to come across as like having your face on a bus stop somewhere and you're like, blah, blah things, and I understand that. And you may have been taught that's like, it's not even that you've been taught that. It's just that that's what's imprinted in us growing up. So many of you, if you're anything like me, have taken yourself away from normal paradigm kind of reality of like live to work to pay bills, and then all of a sudden you're old and where did your dream life go? I mean, old is subjective. Like I could be old by industry standards, but I will also be a millionaire by the time I'm 40. Like it's all really beautiful and I'm almost 40. But whatever you desire, cheesy sales tactics do not have to be a part of that. And it's just imprinted on us because many of us grew up in Western society where we watch commercials, where there's billboards, where there are people on park benches like, hey, like this is how you sell. And we're just adverse to that. Those of us who are nature loving, forest dwelling, heart centered, spiritual entrepreneurs, we're opposed to things that are inauthentic, right? So you've come to my world because you resonate with being your most fully expressed self, but maybe you haven't seen it done really before me in an authentic way, in a way that feels down to earth, in a way that feels real, in a way that feels connected, in a way that feels like you. So selling actually, in my world, can be as easy as being you. Now, I know that might also sound cheesy, like just be yourself, kid, just go out there and sell, just be yourself. But truly, the more you are, the easier it becomes to connect to your audience, and that's where the selling begins. This lesson is going to help you to take back your power around selling your offer, because I'm not going to tell you to change the words selling, which I have in the past, and you are welcome to. If it feels better to say an invitation, go ahead. However, I'm here to help you to shift your perspective around selling. And so let's use the word selling so that we can start to unravel and start to break apart the collective unconscious beliefs that selling is bad in some way. If you want to have a business that makes you money, you've got to learn how to sell, and that's really simple. But I understand that you are feeling contracted around that because maybe you haven't seen it done in a way that you can relate to. So I'm hoping that you, from today, can leave here knowing that sales is not bad, that you have the divine birthright to be abundant, and we got to get you loving your sales process. So give me a 2 in the comments if you're actively hosting discovery calls for your program. If you have a resistance to discovery calls, give me a resistance in the comments. But give me a 2 in the comments if you're actively hosting discovery calls for your program. Many of us are resistant to sales, and many of us have been resistant to discovery calls. And I can tell you that I was resistant to discovery calls because I had trauma around being sold to. And I know that you don't want to perpetuate trauma, to re-traumatize someone. You don't want to be that person out there that's fearing someone into buying, that is pushing someone into a sale that they're not ready for, that is perpetuating the things that have had us feeling contracted and icky around sales in the first place. So again, like we think of a used car salesman, but I have really been sold a used car that exploded in like a month, and it was harrowing. It had me not being able to trust myself. It had me like really not wanting to buy things, and it just made the whole process yucky for me. So I have committed to changing the way that business is run for new paradigm leaders, for transformational facilitators. So I'm so happy you're here and that you get to see a new way, and you get to be guided into a new way where sales can feel like a service. So I host discovery calls, but I'm not pushy in these discovery calls. I am present to seeing where this person is at in front of me and whether or not my offer can actually be of service to them. And I'm actually in these sales calls determining if they would be a great fit for my program or not. And now actually I have an application process that starts that pre-qualification process. So people come to me knowing what it is that I do. So what I want to transmit for you is that your selling does start from your content. But if your content doesn't actually clarify and pre-motivate and pre-sell people on your offer, then people will come to your calls and it might feel pushy because they don't actually know with a clear heart what it is that you do and how you can help them. So if you want people coming to your discovery calls going, yes, I know what it is that you do, and they just kind of want to talk to you to get the formality out of the way, to kind of meet you, to see your vibe, this makes the sales process like a real beautiful process. It helps you to lean back and it helps you to really guide someone to their sacred yes or their sacred no or your sacred no. There are people that I just get to say no to because I know that they're not ready for my program yet. And that starts from knowing who your offer is for. So that is a little bit high level. This is I'm giving you like behind the scenes of how it all works. So let me know what's coming up for you. Has it been like really easy to sell your offer, or do you feel like you're pushing? Do you feel like you're convincing? Do you feel like you're still subconsciously a billboard on the internet and you feel a bit cheesy? Let me know. Because there really is a more powerful way. Now, whether you host discovery calls or you are simply waiting for someone to book, like buy your program from a website, like this is going to make a big difference. So I, in the beginning, was just kind of fearful of discovery calls because I didn't know how to host them. I didn't know how to host them. So this is what I really get down to the details in my Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I have a whole module on transformational sales where I help you to book more discovery calls and I help you to hold space on those discovery calls for a sale that feels really good for both you and your client. Nobody comes with buyer's remorse into your programs because they really have a chance to understand what your program is about and how it can serve them. And this is how sales becomes a service. So how do we really hold space for an easeful sale? The kind of sale where people are getting on the call with you just to meet you. They already know that they're going to work with you. They've reached out to you. They've asked you when is the next time that your program is running. This makes for the sales process to just feel really great. You feel confident. You feel like, all right, like I don't have to push or convince anyone. They just want to chat with me. And if you join my program, I also teach you how to handle any objections that might come up. Because sales, as I said in the beginning of this lesson, is a direct reflection of who you are being. So I'm going to unpack this deeper because this isn't talked about in marketing. This isn't talked about in the sales world. And I'm going to help you to understand how this is really true. So think of who you are being when you are buying something. Think of your body language. Think of your actual thoughts. So who are you being when you buy something? Now, I am really I'm just great at selling my offer. Like most people who get on the phone with me buy my offer because I know that I have cleared anything out of the way from who I am that would think that the sale is bad in any sort of way. I self-coach, I get coached, and I've done the deep work to know that my offer is the best thing for that human in front of me. And if it's not, I am totally in integrity to say no, to say, here's what you can do in the meantime to be ready for my particular offer. Because when you are really great at what you do, your work is not for everyone. your work is not for everyone. And I actually had a conversation with one of my potential clients, someone who's going to join this next round, around this of like, well, like my work is not for everyone. That it's actually some of the things that y'all are doing are deep. And you need to know that that person that's joining your program is at a certain level of emotional maturity, is at a certain level of self-awareness, is at a certain level on their particular journey. And you can certainly help beginners. You just got to know that. You just got to know that. So no matter what your program topic is around, no matter what you're helping people to create through your gifts of transformation, if you know who your offer is for and where they are on their journey to be a right fit for your offer, then you're going to be able to handle any objection. You're going to be able to guide them to a yes, guide them to a no. And I teach you exactly how to do that in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion so that you don't have to wonder how to do that alone anymore. The beautiful thing about the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I would love to tell you a little bit more about that right now, is that when you get on a discovery call with somebody, when you have that content, when your content starts to click with people, your offer is clarified, which I help you to do in Module 3 of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, get super incredibly clear on expressing the value of your offer so that people get on discovery calls pre-motivated, pre-sold, raising their hand saying, I just want to talk to you. How do I pay you? How do I get in? If you want all that, we do that directly in Module 3. But really, if they still have an objection, if they're still not sure, I teach you how to hold clear and confident space to help them to their yes or help them to their no. Really. And it just gets to be that simple. And this is what the marketing gurus aren't teaching you. Oh, just create content. Oh, just show up. Just be yourself. Yes, be yourself, but selling is a skill, and selling in a heart-centered way is a skill that not many people are teaching. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. So say you are about to come on a discovery call and you will know, if you apply the principles that I teach, you will already know what is holding them back from getting into your program. And you'll be able to hold space for them and guide them and coach them and mentor them already in the call. So that's how you, as a coach, mentor, or guide, get to be yourself, get to hold space for people. But my question is, have you held that space for yourself? How are you going all in on yourself every day? How are you around big investments? Are you contracted? Are you feeling fear? Are you feeling scared? Or do you come to your investments in the knowing that you are about to blow up, that you are about to make your money back, you are about to get those results? You're about to get those results because you are the type of person to apply the wisdom, the skill, and the knowledge, go all in on yourself and get those results. So I know that when I join a program, whether it's on relationships, whether it's on self-development, whether it's on business building, I know that I'm going to get the results no matter who is guiding me because that's who I am. So you get to decide that that's who you are. And in that decision, you will hold that energetic space and hold that container on a call with somebody who's interested in working with you. They won't be able to put their finger on it, but they will know that they want to work with you over anyone else. Now, when I was wobbly in this, when I was indecisive around who I was, around me just knowing that no matter who I worked with, that I was going to show up, receive, apply, and be transformed. Before I decided that that's who I was, my sales conversations were wobbly as well. I wasn't able to hold space for someone when they had that limiting belief around themselves, when they couldn't trust themselves. So I just have such belief in myself that ripples out into the belief in my clients, and that ripples out into the belief in every single one of you who are on the edge of applying for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I just know that you can do this. I just know that you can collect your thoughts, collect your skills, package them up into an offer that is well worth the price that you want to charge, and be able to express the value of that. And I don't just know that, I teach you how. I teach you exactly how to show up and share a message that lands with the kinds of clients that get on the call with you and say, yes, please, how can I pay you? I just wanted to meet you, but I know I'm ready for this. I know this offers for me, and I know that you're the one to guide me to my next level transformation. And I can totally understand if right now your belief is like, oh, could I believe in myself like that? That's where you get to start. That's where you get to start. So I want to share with you how you can get started if you want support with this. If you are done trying to handle your belief system on your own, if you are done with like looking in the mirror and self-coaching, and you actually want to be coached around this, and you want to be supported, and you want to be guided to high 5-figure months that feel like, oh, selling is no problem. Selling is a service. Selling offers a transformation. Selling is gorgeous. In my program, I help you to lay down the foundations of a 6-figure business because you want to replace your income and surpass it. So whatever you're making in your 9-to-5, whatever you're making from your corporate job, whatever you're making beyond, like let that be your side hustle as you focus on laying the foundations of a 6-figure business. And that's what we do in Module 1 of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I help you create an individualized plan for your first 6-figure year. And whether you want to create 6 figures your first year, 6 figures your second year, or 6 figures in a month, that plan is going to be mapped out for you straight away. And you're going to get to see how simple it can be, how many clients you get to attract in your high value offer, the price of your offer. We price your offer together, and I help you like own that price so that you can speak to your price with confidence on a discovery call. It's a really beautiful process. And then in Module 2, I help you with your resonant energy so that you become an energetic match for the kinds of clients who go all in on themselves, who activate, who are changed by your wisdom and presence, and who pay thousands of dollars to co-create with you. They're everywhere. They're out there. They're waiting for a guide like you to speak to them. They don't want to be spoke to in a way that makes them feel fear. They don't want to be spoken to in a way that's disempowering. High paying clients, they love to be spoken to in a way that treats them like an adult. I'm a high paying client. And when there's a marketing message out there that's immature, that's fear based, that is old school, it goes right over my head. I don't listen to it. I only buy from high value guides. And so I'm out there. I'm in rooms full of high paying clients. My clients attract high paying clients. We just get to attract them with our resonant energy first. And then I help you develop a message that comes from that new elevated energy that is much more attractive to high paying clients. And then in module 3, I help you to extract the offer that is going to help those clients truly, deeply transform so that you can stand behind your process, your signature process that you know gets results that you can get known for. So if you have an offer, I help you refine it so it's attractive to high paying clients. And if you do not have this offer yet, the beautiful thing about my program is I help you to create that offer from scratch. I have a very simple process that helps you take your thoughts, your ideas, your multi-passions, and collect them in a signature process that gets results for your people, that you can get known for, that will sell your offer for years to come. And then in module 4, I help you to attract those resonant clients into your offer. I teach you how to go out there and distribute your content in ways that feel good so that you can show up and write a piece of content. I teach you exactly how to write a social post that sells and write that content, but also distribute it so that your brand, your legacy, it's seen by more people and your audience grows, but it grows with the right people. Isn't that beautiful? And then I teach you my transformational sales process in module 5, where I get you really grounded in hosting these calls and what are the words to say that actually sell your offer without feeling like you're convincing people. And then in module 6, this is a really amazing. I teach you how to deliver an epic experience. I'm right by your side as you're delivering an epic experience for your people. So if anything comes up in the onboarding process, in helping your clients know that they made a beautiful decision to work with you and helping your clients get those results, I'm also there with you as your mentor, as your guide to help you to deliver an epic experience. And then a bonus, 2 bonuses actually, that come inside the Conscious Creative Business Immersion are my Deep Money program that helps you to raise your rates with integrity and helps you to heal any leftover junk from society, from your parents, from the generational trauma that we have around money, and help you to clear that out so that you can raise your rates with integrity and own your high value price with no wobbles, so that you can say it out loud and people feel safe to invest with you. And then I give you my bonus Love to Launch formula, which is my signature method for launching your offer into the world to multiple 5 figures every time you launch. So whether you have a one-on-one offer or you're creating a one-on-one offer, I teach you that process of selling to one person at a time, but I also teach you my process to sell one to many if you want to transition to groups or if you love hosting groups. So either one, you are a right fit for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion if you know that you have deep skills of transformation, that you know if you had 5 more clients, 10 more clients, 20 more clients, that you would be able to guide them to a transformation, to a result. And I help you to create that signature process so you know how to express what it is that you do, but you know in your heart that you are here to help people. You either have a certification, you're highly trained, or you have seen your own process of transformation and you're just like, I know I can guide someone through this transformation. And that's where your best offer comes from. The things that you've transformed in your life, your stories, your wisdom, your knowledge, your presence in their life is what they are paying for. Getting access to you, the way you think, the way you move in your own transformation and the results that you've made in your life That's that attractive piece. So if you know that about yourself, don't wait to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, because if you enroll before September 15th, you get $1,000 off, which isn't that amazing. And you get immediate access to all 6 modules. We begin the weekly live deep dive breakthrough coaching in November. But you don't want to wait till November, because by November, you could already have your offer created and have it sold. I am there in the modules guiding you step by step, the whole roadmap from multi-passionate, many ideas to package up offer, and the exact process that I teach my clients to sell to high 5-figure months. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that so fun? Selling to clients that are fun to work with makes your business feel light, makes your business feel fun. And so if you have been working with clients that are heavy, if you have been feeling heavy in your sales process, feeling like you have to convince people, this is going to change your life. The Conscious Creative Business Immersion is going to change your life. If you are ready to transform from workshop facilitator, low-cost courses, hustling for one-off sessions, and you really want to have an offer that you can present in a way that people are like, yes, I get it. Thank you for doing the work that you do. They write you love notes. They write you more love notes. And you get highly valued for this work. I invite you to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. So I'm here to answer any questions if you have them around your high value offer. We have a few more moments, and I'm just feeling energized today, lit up by the work that I get to do. And it's truly so cool to see my clients messaging me years later, applying the principles still, because the principles that I teach are timeless. It's not like next year you're going to need a different formula, strategy, or anything else to go from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures. It's the same process that made me my first 10K month, maybe my first 10K week, and then made me my first $100,000 year. And this year I'm projected to double that. And it's just that simple. We get to increase our energy, we get to increase our following, but using the same principles. And so clients now is fun, but clients years to come is what I teach. Clients now you're going to get, and clients for years to come, you're going to know exactly how to attract them month after month. And this is how we create sustainable, predictable, reoccurring revenue in our businesses with one high value offer, with one offer that you can get known for. Lotte said, it's taken time to develop my offer around children and garden, yet your teachings are still the backbone of my offer and how I effortlessly show up online. I love that, effortlessly, because you've probably been putting too much effort into your business. And I love somebody that likes to roll up their sleeves and do the work. I mean, for sure. But with one high value offer that you know how to sell out consistently, you start to get into a flow and it starts to feel effortlessly. And if you are shy on live video, or if you're shy in one certain aspect of your business, or you want to increase your revenue, but you're shy around money, I have everything in my program, including the bonus deep money program that helps you to own your desire for wealth and start to create it in an effortless way. Wherever you feel restricted in your business, I have that lesson for you that's going to expand you, that's going to elevate you, that's going to bring you from accessible, low cost, scrounging around, hustling for one-off sessions to effortlessly showing up in your business in ways that work. Because there are just some ways that don't work for people like you and I. So I want you to know that I'm a transformational facilitator first. I want you to know that I'm a guide and a mentor and a coach and a yoga teacher and a songwriter and a creative first. I live my life from an artful place first. And so trying to sell in a way that took me out of that, trying to sell in a way that wasn't aligned with my values really felt yuck. So I hope this lesson today served you in knowing that there is a better way. There is a better way. And if you don't want to do this on your own, then I invite you to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application to make sure that we are a right fit. If you've been accepted, you can get on a 60-minute enrollment call with me to further see how our energies align, and for you to ask your questions and for you to get those answers, and for you to be able to hop in with the knowing that you have the ability to not just make your money back in the first month of business, but to surpass that first month in the program, rather. Maybe this is not your first month in business, but if it is, then you don't want to waste years and years and years trying these outdated strategies, outreach and cold DMing people. Yuck. No, you want to get it done right the first time. So I would love to read over your application. You're going to get to share your vision with me in an enrollment call. And then if it's a yes, and it's a yes from me and it's a yes from you, then I'll get you started. You'll get immediate access to all 6 modules, and you can start to hone in on your offer. Well, I have to let you lovingly go because I have a call with a private client in just a few moments, and this work lights me up, so I want to ground in and be present for her. This has been so lovely, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.